Hey guys, Trigger John coming at another Path of Exile video. So it has been a minute since I've released a video. I've been really busy with life, trying to create a family. Me and my wife are going through the IVF process. Actually, next Wednesday will be our second attempt. So life has had a lot thrown at us and a lot been going on. I never did finish my background. It's on my to-do list. I will eventually get it done. I did get some lighting, a bunch of cool things to put together to put it back there, but I just gotta get time to do it. But anyways, long and short of it, what the reason for this video, because why else would you watch this, is simply I wanted to get everybody ready for the upcoming Path of Exile season 3.25. Those of you who do not know me, I am very oriented to, I want to make sure that everyone can play evenly and it's an even pace for some others. You'll notice that in the bottom right screen, this little keypad here, this video is going to be going over like how I have this set up for Path of Exile. And the whole point of that is because I want everyone who is playing Path of Exile, for everyone who has like a disability or any type of hindrance, right? Like I know a lot of people have had strokes, they've had other problems, medical conditions where it does not allow them to play traditionally. I love using this product myself because it makes it more comfortable and helps my wrist itself. But I love to show people because I also want to have even playing ground, because I know for me this is such a great outlet for, you know, coming home from a day of work, whatever the case may be. So I want everyone else to enjoy that as well. So definitely stick around for the video, watch the video if you're interested in learning more about this and how to use it, and a couple other tidbits here and there. But yeah, that's gonna be the video. Hopefully you guys enjoy it, and yeah, be right back. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna dive right into it here with just a little bit of gameplay while I talk about this. So you will notice that while I'm playing the game here, I'm gonna be running through here. I'm gonna be clicking buttons. You will see my thumbs and well, not my thumb, my thumb, my pinky, and a couple other of those fingers move on this keypad, and you'll see the actions that I'm performing on the screen as well. Now, there's not a whole lot of actions that are needed for this build. It's an explosive arrow. This is a build that I actually never even finished on this league because I just ran out of time. But for the sake of video, I wanted to show you guys, like, it makes it really easy for me to organize my bar here, use these buttons to control everything. Because also, if you look here, if I go ahead and show my mapping before I finish playing the map here, so you'll see that this is linked, which is awesome. So it actually links to the games that you have, so you can have it launch and change to the configuration for each game. Really neat. I love that feature. But that's not what you guys are gonna be interested in. What you wanna see is the buttons as I'm pressing. So you'll see here that, like, I just picked that up, right? Now I wanna check my inventory, okay? Boom, boom. Now, I know this is really easy to do on a keyboard, right? There's nothing special about this. There's nothing horrendous or like horribly like, oh man, this is game changer. However, it is more comfortable. I do enjoy this. My hand is actually on a platform, so it's not even straight. It just makes it really easy for me to play video games in general, which is really nice. But as you can see from watching this here, it's just very minor keystrokes. If I do want to use my flask or roll flask, it's super nice and easy. These feel very, very comfortable. They're actually coming out with a new version, the Cyborg 2, that I'm actually hoping to get my hands on. I reached out to them. I am an affiliate. If you guys would like to buy one of these, it's promo code is ASU at checkout, gives you 5% off. Because they do have a brand new Cyborg 2 that has like where you can have a mouse. So like this analog stick here would be your mouse, and I want that because I want to see if I can use that mouse and hit a button to actually like play Path of Exile one-handed, right, with it. So I do have another product called the Cyborg, or the Cyro, or what, or yeah, Cyro, I think is what they call it. I have that one as well, and it can also go through and use the analog stick as a mouse. And that was really nice. I was actually able to play Path of Exile 100% one-handed. I'll probably do another video on that here before too awful long. But yeah, like notice, like, okay, so quick flash roll, go ahead and hit my, just for the sake of it, hit my HP flex, wasn't needed. But it's really quick and easy, just go ahead, boom, boom, done. And it's not like I gotta refine where my buttons went. Like these fall, like every time you put your hand down, it just falls right into place. It feels really good. Overall, in general, it's just great, and it's really easy to toggle things on and off, as you can see here, like, because all these buttons are literally at your fingertips, which is so cool. But I guess real quick, so I will go ahead and get out of this map here and kind of go through the controls that I'm using so that way you guys can see the mapping. I'll put a time marker in here so that way you guys have the mapping guide for POE. So one thing that I definitely highly recommend is when you're doing this mapping, right? And we're talking about these buttons, a few things to be aware of is you want to make sure that these buttons are in a way that feels good to you, feels nice to you. As you can see from my layout here, and actually, you know what? Let me go ahead and let me just blow this up a little bit larger so that way it's a little more clear to see. You guys don't need to see all that other text there. But we'll go ahead and show it like this. As you can see here, I have all the buttons laid out, which is great. And it makes it really simple for me because WERT, that's your standard skill setup, right? You have 1, 2, 3, 4, which is like your standard flask, which is perfect. So you just go ahead and do a flask roll. The problem is like your pinky and your the left side of your index finger, you got buttons there, which is great. But it's like, how do you assign those? How do you dictate what you want to do? For me, I found it was easier that if I want to go, I always use Q as my movement. I don't know why, but I love using Q for it. It reminds me of a game called Counter-Strike. If you any first-person shooter people out there, you would hit Q and it would swap your weapons back and forth. So I got really like just while running familiar with hitting Q. So now I associate that movement all the time with my character by hitting Q. So for me, this is really quick and easy because it's awesome. Because one, the Q button is always my pinky, and I got to maintain that relationship and then hit it as a quick side hit, and it just works well, right? That's the beauty of this is you get to go by your feel. So that's why I've actually got that button loaded there for Q on the left-hand pinky, so that way it's much easier to hit. On the far right side, I'm using spacebar. The reason why I'm using spacebar for that one is, generally speaking, spacebar is what I use for my HP flask. Anyways, if I am rocking one, sometimes it's prognosis or progenesis, which once again, it's still want to get proc it, right? It's just one of those simple things, and then it synergizes as well with Diablo 4. If you play Diablo 4, I have an entire video going through the Diablo 4 mapping controls as well, and I can always remake that later on if it's really needed. But if it's not, then it's not. But yeah, so that makes this easy for Q and space here, working that out here, right? The other thing that really makes a big difference for me is like, okay, so these buttons here, they're kind of harder to hit, but they're not used as frequently, which is kind of nice if you want to do specific actions. You have this little analog keypad here, right here. That's what these little buttons are. So this is actually an in and then around. It's just like a little toggle switch, really nice. But it's great because you can do like escape, alt, control D, especially if you're using like a Awaken POE trade, right? It's just macroed out for you. Just hit that button and it'll auto populate. So super quick, like, okay, yep, I'm picking up gear. I went ahead, I'm doing this, boom. Now I want to hover over it, go ahead and see what the item is. Oh, I don't have Awaken POE trade running, or else it would have showed it, sorry. But yeah, anyways, super quick and easy, really friendly for doing and figuring out that type of things. Personally, I do enjoy that myself. That's one of the main reasons why I use this, is it creates my own quality of life. So now that we're getting even more quality of life things coming with Path of Exile, with all these changes that they're making, which are just great for the game, this is going to come in more and more handy. So what I'll do is I'll go ahead and I'll export this mapping. I'll include it in this link, maybe something like that. I'll try to anyways. If not, take a screenshot of this, go pop it into yours. Same thing, right? This was my ideal setup for myself. If you have a better setup or something that you would suggest for how to remap my buttons, please let me know and I'll give it a shot. Maybe I'll make a video on it. But this is what I use currently, and it makes my life a lot easier. It also makes, like, for new players, right? Like, let's be honest here, this game is not made for new players by any means. Like, you kind of need to be a veteran, or you got to be someone who's willing to put forth a crap ton of time to play this game and learn it. It makes hitting all these buttons so much easier. It's kind of like back when, like, I'm sure a lot of you guys got your first gaming mouse, right? And so for example, I'll unplug mine and show you guys. So, like, for example, I've got the G502, right? So I've got a couple buttons here. I've got a couple top buttons, right up here, right on that area. So yeah, when you first get those, you're like, oh, this is awesome. I got 2 extra buttons right there at the touch of my hands. And it's great. And then now imagine that you got that at the fingertips, but now let's imagine it's a full keyboard, which is what this is. So it makes it so much easier for new players who are like, oh, I'm really struggling with this layout. Like, I don't like this function. Everyone makes gripping very easy, right? Like it's super simple just to have a loose fingers. Feels good, it's nice and relaxed. So just being able to put that down on a palm rest and just naturally have your fingertips in place, it just feels nice. It works really well. Personally, I love it, but I want to make sure everyone else is aware of how to use it, so that way if you are someone who is disabled, you're having problems with motion, I got a buddy at work who has Parkinson's. He's actually has one of these and he's been using it as well. And he's actually running into problems where he's losing feeling in his hands, and this is making his life a lot easier because he just kind of barely twitches fingers and it works. So it's things like this that make a big difference that a lot of people take for granted. So I really wanted to make this video because, one, I love the product. I will definitely have several more videos coming out about this product. I'm probably going to be starting a whole nother channel about how to use technology to overcome obstacles and make, more efficient programming, that kind of stuff. But for the purpose of this video, if you are someone who is looking for Path of Exile, like making it easier for you, getting a Azeron Cyborg 2, I would recommend. It's brand new, just came out. Use my promo code ASU at checkout for 5% off, FYI. Please don't forget that because it helps me out tremendously. I just took a minor break from the game, came back, and oh my God, thank you guys so much. I appreciate you and love you. It was a nice surprise when we're about to fork over a crap ton more money to do our next IVF transplant. So, but yeah, make sure you use my code. And also, don't buy this if it's not something you're interested in. If you guys need any help, feel free to always join Discord, hit me up. I am part of the Aftershock United Discord. I'm in Darth Microtransactions Discord. I'm all over the place. Just look me up, Trigger Happy John. There should be a name down below in the item description. So if you want to message me and get a hold of me, you can. I'm always willing to help everyone because I want to see everybody succeed in life when playing video games. So that's going to do it for this video. I know it's a long one. I apologize. It's supposed to be a little shorter, but I was having fun. It's been a long time since I've recorded a video. And yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you did, like and subscribe. And if not, you know what? It's okay. That's fine too. Leave me a comment what you didn't like, what you'd like to see better. And yeah, that'll do it for me. Have a good one, guys. Peace.